Welcome back to our discussion. So we already have completed the section A, B, and C. So today we are going to talk about section D. So basically here we are going to talk about the long question. Again, this session is going to be a bilingual session. So in 70 number, so let us see here. So what we are given age, define the food preservative with examples. Write any 2 points. Those should be remembered while using the food preservatives. Okay. So food preservatives are those substances त्यस्ता चिजहरू हुन् जसले खानालाई कुहिनबाट जोगाउँछ भनेको substance that prevents the formation of molds, similarly fungus, bacteria in the food material. So there are two kinds of food preservative, primary र secondary, जुन naturally available हुने चिजहरू हुन्छन् त्यस्तोबाट हामी चाहिँ तिनीहरूलाई प्रयोग गरेर फुड प्रिजर्भेटिभको रूपमा चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्छौँ भने प्राइमरी र केमिकलबाट बनाएको सेकेन्डरी हुन्छ. सो प्राइमरी food preservatives could be like your simply oil, lemon juice and other. But if you use a secondary type of food preservative, then you may say sodium nitrate, okay, NiNO3, or sometime we may use a different kind of acids, okay, or other chemicals that we can easily find in market can be used. Okay, so these are food preservatives, and the two major important thing that we need to consider while using the preservatives is, one is our health concern. So we have to use mask लाउनु पर्यो, पन्जा लाउनु पर्छ. So we have to use gloves for while using the preservative. Similarly, we have to be very careful about its amount. Okay, so the amount of food preservatives, generally the secondary type of food preservatives should be limited in amount चाहिने जति मात्रै, adequate amount मात्रै प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ. Otherwise food preservatives, secondary types of food preservatives are a kind of poison if the amount goes high. Okay, let us move on to another question. So 18 number. So in 18 number, what is the age? We have to differentiate between base band. Okay, so base band and here broadband. So base band and broadband signal transmission. So in baseband, what actually we do is we transmit the data in a very short distance. That's why no conversion of digital to analog signal. Okay, without converting digital to analog, we can send. But in broadband, simply a digital signal will be converted in terms of analog, like your electromagnetic radiation. Okay, electromagnetic radiation. So you can just simply consider the idea of Wi-Fi. Okay, so digital signal like पहिले Wi-Fi मा चाहिँ हाम्रो इलेक्ट्रोम्याग्नेटिक रेडिएसन पठाएको हुन्छ है. सो एनालग हुन्छ, फेरि हाम्रो डिभाइसले फेरि डिजिटलमा कन्भर्ट गरेर राउटरबाट डिस्ट्रिब्युट गर्छ एउटा है. सो सेकेन्ड इज यो एकदमै छोटो सर्ट डिस्टेन्सको लागि, सर्ट डिस्टेन्स. ओके, सर्ट डिस्टेन्सको लागि हुन्छ भने यो लङ डिस्टेन्स ट्रान्समिसनको लागि, लङ डिस्टेन्स. सो एउटा कम्प्युटर अर्को कम्प्युटरमा डाटा पठाउनु पर्यो भने वी डोन्ट ह्याभ टु कन्भर्ट द्याट इन्टु एनालग सिग्नल, सिधै डिजिटल सिग्नल पठाइदियो भने यता चाहिँ लङ डिस्टेन्स ट्रान्समिसनको लागि त्यो चाहिन्छ. ओके, दिज आर द कमन डिफरेन्स. ओके, एनालग टु broadband and baseband. So another differences we are going to look at is digital and analog. Okay, in digital communication, so digital data will be sent, and in analog signal, so let's say digital communication and analog communication. So in digital communication, simply we use a digital data from transmitter to receiver. Okay, transmitter to receiver, the digital data will be sent. But here, in case of this analog transmission, simply from transmission to the receiver, transmitter to receiver, analog data will be sent like a sound and other. Here digital means digitized data, 1 0 in computer language. Okay, so here coding is not, coding is possible. Okay, coding, so coding is possible here. So coding is not possible in analog. Okay, similarly, so it requires small bandwidth. So digital data, sorry, this digital data. Okay, so this in digital data we require a big bandwidth, big bandwidth, where it requires small bandwidth. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate between this digital signal and analog signal. Okay, let us move on to question number 19. Just before that, let me clear out the frame. So in 19 number, we are going to talk about the periodic table. So it is asking about us the superiority of modern periodic table. Modern periodic table के का आधारमा चाहिँ better छ. We are very well known about these things. Very simple two things are there that can be written. Okay, though there are plenty of things, plenty of modification were made by Moseley and his collaborators. The first is position of hydrogen. Okay, position of hydrogen. It was not fixed in Mendeleev. Similarly, the location of this F block element, that is lanthanides and actinides, were not clear in Mendeleev, but in case of modern periodic table, both of these are well established. Okay, हाइड्रोजन को पोजिसन र लेन्थेनाइट एक्सनाइटको पोजिसन ठिक थिएन, जुन करेक्सन गरेर चाहिँ बनाइयो. ओके, पी ब्लक एन्ड एस ब्लक को दुईटा डिफरेन्स. सो जेनरली पी ब्लक एलिमेन्ट्स आर metal. Okay, p blocks elements are metals, whereas oh sorry, let me just write, this is S block first and P block. S block are metal and P block are generally, okay, not all, generally non-metal. Okay, their electronic configuration will generally end up in S. Okay, S suborbital, and these are generally end up in p orbital. Okay, so this is the difference. These are placed in the leftmost side. Okay, these are generally placed on right side of the periodic table, rightmost side of the periodic table. These are called representative elements. Okay, these are representative elements, and these are obviously p block element. So this is how we can differentiate between S block and P block element. Okay, so this is the about 19 number. So this is another is about 20 number. So 20 number is talking about the genetics. Okay, लामो प्वाख भएको छोटो प्वाख भएको डोर्सोफिलाको बीचमा क्रस गराउँदाखेरि एउटा हामीलाई टेबल प्रोभाइडेड छ कि कस्तो खालको अफस्प्रिङहरु प्रोड्युस भएको छ भनेर. अन द बेसिस अफ दिस information we have to answer the following question. तालिकामा देखाएको सन्ततिहरुका माउ कस्ता गुण भएका थिए? Simply यहाँनेरि यो one pure longer wings, one pure shorter wings. This means that these were simply a single word, they were hybrid. Okay, they're hybrid parent simply. And yes, Wangsoko genotype. Genotype means genetic makeup, how the gene are made. So one of the gene, one of the member, the gene of one member is fully a pure long wing, that is both of the allele are L, and there are two hybrid allele. Okay, and one is short wing allele. That's why just 1:2:1. Okay, so in the Drosophila having LL, there are both factors of the both character, but only one character is expressed. Clarify the cause. Okay, so हामीलाई थाहा छ dominant characterले जहिले पनि recessive characterलाई suppress गर्छ. Dominant will suppress the recessive लाई suppress गरेर लुकाएर राख्छ र यो गुण भनेको चाहिँ डोमिनेन्ट क्यारेक्टरले डोमिनेन्ट ल अफ डोमिनेन्सको आधारमा डोमिनेन्ट क्यारेक्टरले रिसेसिभ क्यारेक्टरलाई लुकाइदिने हुँदा हिडन गरिदिने हुँदा यस्तो हुन्छ। ओके, सो ओके, कारण यो भयो भने 4th नम्बर ड्र अ चार्ट फर offspring produced by the cross of Drosophila. Okay, hybrid and recessive character. Okay, let us draw the diagram. Just before that, I should erase it out. So this is interesting one. Okay, so one is the short winged, that means pure dwarf, pure short wing, and one is a hybrid. Okay, so one is pure recessive and one is hybrid. So in this type of situation, so interesting kind of result will be obtained. So let us draw the chart. So parent, okay, parents. So let's say this is short winged and this is a hybrid. Okay, so let's say this is male and this is female. So they are going to produce their gametes. So from here we can get gamete like this way. Okay, and here cross. So after the cross, what happens is simply we know okay, if these two are going to meet, then it is going to give one result. If it is going to meet, this is going to give the second result. This one is third. Let me just draw first and let me write the information along way. Okay, so in here, so simply the offspring will be this capital L and small l. So small and again small. So here is small and capital, and so this is small and small. So if you, this is a second filial generation, so you can see there are two types of gene and two types of character will be found. The small l and capital L and small. So here if we see just a genotype will be 2:2. That means it is equivalent to 1:1. 50% will be hybrid and 50% will be recessive. So phenotype is again 2:2. This looks like a longer wing. This looks like a longer wing. So 2:2. These are obviously short wing. So 2:2. It means 1:1. So this is how we can write the ratio of dominant to recessive for genotype and phenotype. Okay. So let us move on to another that is related to a lens, that is our wave chapter, that is from wave chapter. Okay, so in here what is given, and based on the information we have to write the answer. Okay, so there is one lens A जुनले चाहिँ वास्तविक भन्दा सानो र सुल्टो र 2f भन्दा पर अब्जेक्ट राखेको छ भने ओभियसली डेफिनेटली हामीसँग कन्भेक्स लेन्स हुनुपर्छ। ओके, सो एफ र ओ को बीचमा राख्दा भर्चुअल इमेज बन्छ, अरु बेला बन्दैन, ठुलो बन्छ है कि भर्चुअल र ठुलो बन्छ भने डेफिनेटली यो पनि के हो, कन्भेक्स नै हो। कन्केभको केसमा भर्चुअल बन्छ र सधैँ सानो बन्छ। सो यो सी चाहिँ के हो त, दिस इज concave lens. So we know this information. So based on this information, we have to answer the question. So A is convex, B is also convex, and C is concave. Okay, let us move on to another frame for the questions. Okay, so here are the questions. So what we have here is उक्त लेन्स मध्ये कुन दुईवटा लेन्सहरूले दूरदृष्टि कमजोरी हटाउन सकिन्छ। दूरदृष्टि कमजोरी हटाउने हामीलाई थाहा छ, it is convex lens. So convex lens is A and B. Quite simple. Lens B को केन्द्रीकरण दूरी 3 सेन्टिमिटर मानेर आकृतिको चित्र खिच्नुस्। Okay, so let's say this is your convex lens and object. This is focus. This focus is at 3 centimeter. So according to question, this is focus, and here we have object somewhere in between. Okay, so there is also focus at equal distance. Okay, so let me just use the straight line to draw the diagram. Okay, let me suppose this is my object. Okay, okay, So this is my object. Let me just draw the ray diagrams. Sorry, rays. So the one ray will come parallel and goes from focus, and there is another ray that will pass through optical center, and we can simply join the line, virtual line, to make its virtual image. Okay, so this is virtual. So let me just draw this way. They are going to intersect somewhere here. So the upper part is obviously is a kind of uh, virtual. So we have to draw virtual one. So this is how the image is going to be formed. Okay, so the virtual image, bigger virtual image. Okay, let me just draw differently. This is upright image. Okay, so and this upright image is here. So this is again a virtual image. So this is how we can do about this problem. Okay, so I forgot one thing to mention here. This is a arrow. Okay, and this is the proper diagram for this one. Okay, now let us move on to 22. So in here, what we are given age, रिता र पेमाले दुवै रहेको फरक फरक ठाउँको टावरको टुप्पोबाट ढुङ्गा खसाले. रिता has 1 kg and रिता 1 kg को ढुङ्गा खसालेको 1 सेकेन्ड पछि. Okay, time is 1 second in case of रिता. 1 सेकेन्ड पछि पेमाले 1.5 kg. पेमा is dropping 1.5 kg. खसालिन पेमाको ढुङ्गा रिताको ढुङ्गा भन्दा 0.4 सेकेन्ड पछि जमिनमा ठोकियो. Okay, time is here 0.46 सेकेन्ड. खस्यो, ठोकियो. र यदि रिताको भएको टावर 60 मिटर अग्लो छ भने रिता, so height is 60 meter here. Okay, छ भने okay. Pemaku tower. Okay, we have to calculate this one. We don't know the acceleration due to gravity. That's why we need to figure out. So we know h is equal to drop गर्ने हो भने ut plus 1/2 gt square. So drop गर्ने भने initial velocity के हुन्छ? U is 0. So if U is 0, then we have going to this magnitude for first term. So we have 60 equal to 1/2 z and 1 square. Time is 1 second, so we have to calculate the value of z here. So this is 2 into 60 is 120 divided by 1. Okay, so z is very high here, 1 square. So 1/2 this much. Okay, z equal to 1/120 meter per second square. So we have to calculate here the height. H equal to again ut plus 1/2 gt square. Okay, so okay. रिता र पेमाले नजिकै रहेको दुईवटा फरक फरक टावर टुप्पोबाट ढुङ्गा खसाले. रिताले 1 kg को ढुङ्गा खसालेको 1 सेकेन्ड पछि पेमाले 1.5 सेकेन्डको ढुङ्गा खसालिन्. 1 सेकेन्ड पछि ढुङ्गा खसालिन् र पेमाको ढुङ्गा रिताको ढुङ्गा भन्दा 0.46 सेकेन्ड. Okay, let me figure out this information is quite different. Okay, so let me just get it. Okay, who is dropping first and one is dropping second, and which time is bigger? Okay, so let us figure out. Rita and Pemba dropped from different towers standing nearby. Rita dropped a stone of mass 1 kg. After 1 second, okay, after 1 second, Pema dropped a stone. Okay, so she is dropping stone. It is traveled some distance, and she is going to drop another stone after 1 second. Okay, so time is already, she elapsed 1 second, and then only she dropped. Okay, Rita dropped the stone of 1 kg. After 1 second, Pema dropped the stone of 1.5 kg, reached the ground 0.46 second later the Ritas. Okay, 0.46 second later the Ritas. Okay, quite interesting. So let me figure it out here, and then I will just manage this one. Okay, so okay, the solution is something like this one. So see, the Rita dropped the object from here and it flight for 1 second. 1 second पछि मात्रै पेमाले यहाँबाट यो अब्जेक्टलाई ड्रप गरेको छ। मानौँ कि दुइटै चाहिँ एक्स टाइम भरेको लागि दुइटै सँगसँगै ट्राभल गरे। सो यो एक्स टाइम हामीलाई थाहा छैन र यो एक्स टाइम पछाडि यो रिताको ढुङ्गा चाहिँ यहाँ आएर भुइँमा ड्रप भयो भने पेमाको अझै के गरिरहेछ, ट्राभल गरिरहेछ। कतिको लागि? 0.46 सेकेन्डको लागि। सो द टोटल टाइम अफ फ्लाइट फर द स्टोन with Rita is 1 plus x. So this is total time is going to be 1 plus x second, whereas here the total time of flight for this one is x plus 0.46 second. Okay, so this is how we can do it. Okay, so and the total time of flight, so we have to calculate for this one. So in this case, the time of flight is going to be, so we got the value of x, the total time of flight जुन बेला सँगसँगै ट्राभल गरे त्यो चाहिँ यति छ। अब यहाँनिर कति भयो त भन्दा x को भ्याल्यु, सो टोटल हाइट निकाल्नु छ भने अरु इन्फर्मेसन हामीलाई थाहा छ। Okay, s equal to 1/2 10 10g, we took z equal to 10. Okay, and time is x plus 0.46. Your x is root 12 minus 1. Root is only for 12. Okay, so root 12 minus 1 plus 0.46 whole square. If we do this simple mathematics, then we can simply get the height of the second tower. Okay, finally, let us move on to the last problem. This is related to the carbon and its compound, hydrocarbons. Okay, so this is quite simple. Okay, हाम्रो एलपीजी ग्यासमा सामान्यतया संतृप्त हाइड्रोकार्बन राखेको हुन्छ, मेनली ब्युटेन। ब्युटेन सँगसँगै अरु कुनै हाइड्रोकार्बन्सहरु पनि अवेलेबल हुन्छन्। ओके, सो प्रोपेन जस्तो ब्युटेन, ब्युटेन त मेनली भइहाल्छ है। सो हेरौँ क्वेशनले के भन्छ। एलपी ग्यासमा पाइने दुईवटा संतृप्त हाइड्रोकार्बन मध्ये एउटा यौगिकमा 3वटा कार्बन र अर्को यौगिकमा 4वटा कार्बन छन्। ओके, 3 कार्बन and 4 carbon, and it is said already संतृप्त, just saturated. Okay, so combined hydrocarbon, saturated hydrocarbons, they are provided with single bond, so you can easily figure out the name of this compound. Okay, so this is butane and this is propane. So yeah, propane and butane, ANE, propane and butane are there. So उक्त यौगिकहरुको अणुसूत्र हामीले अणुसूत्र, this is the structural formula. So molecular formula is C3H1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 H8, and here C4H10, or you can simply use the formula CnS2n plus 2. Okay, this is a common formula for saturated hydrocarbon. यी ग्यासहरुले गर्दा एलपी ग्यास, यी ग्यासहरु केले गर्दा सिलिन्डरमा तर हाई प्रेसर। ओके, so LP gas will be maintained at very high pressure, and because of that the liquefaction point will be dropped down, and because of that they will be available in the liquid form. Okay, so कार्बन मा तीनवटा हुने हाइड्रोकार्बनले बाल्दाखेरि अक्सिजनसँग हुने प्रतिक्रिया गरिन्छ। Okay, we have to write the chemical reaction. So C3H8 will burn with oxygen and simply it gives okay, CO2 gas plus water vapor. Okay, so we can easily balance it. So there are two oxygen, okay, 3 oxygen by the way. So we have to maintain the number of oxygen first. Let me just write here. Okay, if I do write 2, then hydrogen will be unbalanced. So let me write 4, and here 2 to 4. If I just write here 2, okay, then it won't be maintained. So I think I need to put it here. Okay, I need to put it here 3 and then I should balance oxygen. Okay, I do that one. So there are 6 oxygen, there are 4 oxygen. Okay, 6 3 to the 6 छवटा यहाँनेरि 4 वटा 10 वटा. ओके 10 वटा हुन्छ भने सो यहाँनेरि चाहिँ हामी 5 राखिदियो भने आई बिलिभ इट वर्क्स. ओके सो 5 दुना 10 वटा, 5 दुना 10, 3 दुना 6 4 10. हाइड्रोजन 8 वटा, 4 दुना 8 वटा हाइड्रोजन, यहाँ 8 वटा हाइड्रोजन, 3टा कार्बन 3टा कार्बन. Now it is balanced. Okay, this is how we completed the discussion of this question paper 2080 SEE of Madhesh province. So I believe you got the information well. So thank you all. Do not forget us to like and share. Thank you.